A major Harvard study just found that people who eat a diet high in ultra-processed foods have a 50% higher risk of developing depression. Let me repeat that 50%. This isn't just about your weight or your heart. This is about your brain. This isn't a coincidence. Your diet is likely causing a state of chronic low-grade neuroinflammation, persistent, silent fire in your brain that is directly impacting your mood, your memory, and your focus. In this video, we're going to explore this terrifying direct link between what's on your plate and what's happening in your head. We'll dive deep into the science of the gut-brain axis, your brain, and uncover how ancient Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine have understood this connection for millennia. Most importantly, I'll give you a practical action plan backed by science from UCLA on the exact foods and practices that can fight this inflammation and help you reclaim your mental health. Because you are exactly what you eat, and it's time we started feeding our brains. So how does a burger and fries literally translate to sadness? It works in two devastating ways: starvation and attack. First, starvation. Your brain is a high-performance engine. It's only 2% of your body weight but consumes 20% of your energy. And it requires a constant, complex supply of micronutrients to function. When your diet is filled with processed, empty calories, you are in effect starving your brain of the raw materials it needs to build happiness. Take vitamins, B1, B6, B9, folate, and B12 are not optional. They are critical co-factors in producing your key feel-good emitters, serotonin and dopamine. Studies have explicitly linked low levels of B6, B9, and B12 to an increased risk of depression. If you don't have these vitamins, you simply cannot manufacture the chemicals for a stable mood. Then there's omega-3 fatty acids. Your brain is 60% fat. The membranes of your neuron, the very skin of your brain cells, is literally built from the fats you eat. Omega-3s are flexible and fluid, allowing messages to pass quickly. A diet lacking omega-3s, found in fish, walnuts, flax, forces your brain to use rigid, saturated fats. This makes your neuron walls stiff and brittle. The result? Slower signaling, less brain flexibility, and a well-documented link to depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. So that's the first problem. You're starving your brain. But the second problem is even more aggressive. The processed foods in that Harvard study, the high sugar, the refined fats, the additive, as seen by your body as invaders. They trigger a system-wide inflammatory response. Think of inflammation as your body's army. It's a good thing when fighting a virus, but a diet high in sugar keeps that army on high alert all the time. This is chronic, low-grade inflammation. And it doesn't just stay in your body, it leads to neuroinflammation. A high-sugar diet has been shown to reduce a critical protein called BADNF, which is like fertilizer for your brain cells. At the same time, it increases inflammatory cytokines, low BNFF, and high choines. That is, the perfect biological setup for depression. So, a bad diet is a 1-2 punch. It starves your brain of what it needs, and it attacks it with inflammation. But the damage isn't just direct. The most shocking revolutionary discovery in Nunga isn't about the brain in your head. It's about the one in your gut. Have you ever had a gut feeling or felt butterflies in your stomach when you were nervous? That's not a metaphor. That is the gut-brain axis. Your gut is not just a digestion tube. It is your second brain. Your digestion tract is lined with over 100 million neurons. That is more neuron than in your entire spinal cord. This second brain is in constant, 2-way communication with your first brain through a massive nerve called the vagus nerve. But here is the single most important fact of this entire video. Are you ready? Over 90% of your body's total serotonin is produced in your gut, not your brain, your gut. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, the microbiome. These tiny organisms are chemical factories. They digest your food and in return they produce emitters, like serotonin, vitamins, and short-chain fatty acids that regulate your immune system. Here's the problem. That Harvard study diet high in sugar and processed fats yet the perfect food for bad bacteria. This leads to a state called dysbiosis, an imbalance where the bad bacteria take over. These bad bacteria produce inflammatory compounds. This inflammation in the gut then sends danger signals up the vagus nerve directly to your brain, triggering anxiety and a stress response. This is why people with depression and anxiety are so often found to have high levels of inflammation and gut dysbiosis. Your bad mood isn't starting in your head. It's starting in your gut, triggered by the food you ate. The good news? This is a two-way street. Science is now showing that by changing your diet, you can change your microbiome, and in doing so, change your mood. Studies are finding that giving people probiotics, the good bacteria, can help reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Eating prebiotics, the fiber that feeds the good bacteria found in oats, bananas, artichokes, helps your good guys win the fight. This is why the Mediterranean diet, which is full of fiber, healthy fats, and fermented foods like yogurt, is consistently linked to lower rates of depression. Modern science is finally proving, in spectacular detail, what ancient medical systems have known for millennia. Food is medicine, and it's medicine for the mind. What is so fascinating is that these breakthroughs in modern science are in many ways just a discovery of wisdom that is thousands of years old. Ancient medicine didn't have the tools to measure cytokines or serotonin. Instead, they used a language of energy and observation, and they arrived at the exact same conclusions. Let's look at Ayurveda, the traditional medicine of India. Ayurveda doesn't just classify food by carbs or protein. It classifies it by its energetic effect on the mind or its guna. There are 3 gunas. 1. Sattvic. These are pure foods. Fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts. They are light and easy to digest. Ayurveda says these foods promote clarity, peace, and a calm mind. 2. Rajasic. These are stimulating foods. Spicy, caffeine, meat, eggs. They create energy, passion, and agitation. 3. Tamasic. These are stagnant foods. Old, leftover, fermented, or heavily processed foods. Fast food, frozen dinners, excessive oil and fat. What does Ayurveda say Tamasic food does to the mind? It creates dullness, lethargy, brain fog, and depression. That Tamasic category. It's a perfect description of the ultra-processed diet from the Harvard study. They identified the exact same problem with the exact same outcome thousands of years ago. Now let's look at traditional Chinese medicine. TCM is built on balance, yin and yang, hot and cold. A meal should be a balance of these properties. TCM also classifies food by the 5 flavors: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy. And each flavor is believed to nourish a specific organ system. A balanced meal with all 5 flavors nourishes all 5 organs. This allows your life force, energy, and blood to flow smoothly. When qi and blood are abundant, your shen, or spirit, which resides in the heart and is your capacity for thought and emotion, it's calm and bright. What happens when you eat an imbalanced Tamasic diet of processed foods? The spleen, digestion, becomes damp and clogged, qi stagnates, and the shen, your mind, becomes disturbed, leading to anxiety and foggy thinking. Both systems, using different languages, tell us what you eat directly becomes your mental state. So, what does this anti-inflammatory, brain-healthy, Sattvic plate actually look like? This is the practical part. This is what you can do starting today to fight neuroinflammation and feed your second brain. First, the foods to add: walnuts. These are a powerhouse. They're packed with omega-3s, the literal building blocks of your brain cells. Studies have linked walnut consumption to better cognitive performance, and in animal models even reduced anxiety. Turmeric with curcumin. This golden spice is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories on Earth. A landmark UCLA study on people with age-related memory loss found that taking curcumin, the active compound, twice a day for 18 months improved their memory by 28%. It also significantly improved their mood. Why it's believed to reduce inflammation and plaques in the brain. Leafy greens, think spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These are loaded with folate, vitamin B9, the vitamin your brain desperately needs to manufacture serotonin. Probiotic-rich foods. You must feed your second brain. Eat plain yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso. These fermented foods seed your gut with the good guys that help regulate your mood. Next, the supportive teas. Chamomile tea. Not just an old wives' tale. It contains apigenin, a compound that binds to the same brain receptors as anti-anxiety drugs. Studies show it can significantly reduce moderate anxiety. Peppermint tea. This is for the gut-brain axis. Menthol in peppermint helps relax the smooth muscles of your gut, easing digestive discomfort that is often caused by stress. Green tea contains O-theanine, a remarkable amino acid that boosts alpha brainwaves, promoting a state of calm-alertness without drowsiness. Finally, support your digestion with movement. You can eat all the good food in the world, but if your digestion is sluggish, you won't absorb the nutrients. This is where yoga for digestion comes in. This isn't just a gimmick. Specific yoga poses are designed to massage your internal organs, stimulate your digestive tract, and improve blood flow to your gut. Better digestion means better nutrient absorption for your brain. Try these 3 simple poses. 1. Seated twist. Ardha Matsi Endrasana Man. Sitting tall and twisting gently wrings out your digestive organs, stimulating blood flow and detoxification. 2. Wind-relieving Po. Pavana Muttasana. Lying on your back and hugging your knees to your chest compresses the ascending and descending colon, helping to release trapped gas and reduce bloating. 3. Child's Pose, Balasana. This gentle pose compresses the abdomen, providing a gentle massage, while also calming your entire nervous system, which is critical for good digestion. Your mental health is not just in your head, it is on your plate. It is in your gut. It is a physical, biological reality that is shaped by the choices you make every single day. That Harvard study didn't just give us a warning, it gave us a choice. It showed us the 50% risk from a processed Tamasic diet. The science of the gut-brain axis showed us the mechanism. The 90% of serotonin that relies on a healthy gut and 2,000-year-old wisdom gives us the path forward. A balanced Sattvic life? You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start small. Here is your challenge. For your next meal, just add one thing. Add a handful of walnuts to your breakfast. Add a dash of turmeric to your soup. Chalk 1 soda for a peppermint tea. Take 1 small step to feed your second brain. Your mind, your mood, and your brain will thank you for it.